Glade boat.
Okay, it's smooth.
Come on, baby. We definitely gonna have a smooth transition for this one.
It's smooth. Hey. Man, I was up late yesterday.
We're gonna get into this, bro. I don't even gotta cut the music.
We're gonna dive in.
Cut the music. We're gonna get right into it, bro. Bro, I'm frustrated.
No, it's warranted for sure.
I'm frustrated, bro. I'm frustrated. And I had a couple convos last night. And I think a lot of people take some of the stuff that I say personal. Like people think that the stuff that hits their heart, they feel like it's directed at them. And I think a lot of it is there's certain type of people that put everything on their shoulders, people that put all the accountability on themselves. And there's other people that look at life and don't even realize it seems like what's even going on. Mm-hmm. Like there's people that when it comes to politics, it's like it took you this long to realize that both parties, like you still think that the Democrats are better than the Republicans. You still continue to vote for the lesser of two evils. I wrote down a list, bro. I wrote down a list of things that I'm frustrated that I will never allow. And it's a generational thing. People think that when I'm talking about the baby boomers generation, and perhaps this is why sometimes I'm careful because it sounds like I don't ever want it to sound like I'm just talking about my parents. But I'm talking about the problems that I see that are occurring right now in this world that a lot of us just look at and act like, oh, yeah, that's happening. But is anybody going to do something to fix it? And I think largely the baby boomer generation is a generation of people that fell victim to believing in everything. They believed in education. They believed in the history. They had no interest in even learning what the Black history is. Why are you just learning what the Haitian Revolution and history about Haitians is? That's who you are as a people. But meanwhile, we get sent off to school to learn about everybody else's history, how the system wants us to learn it. Religion. Obviously, we don't need to go into detail about that. Why I'm frustrated as far as like, damn, did y'all never look into this?
Yeah.
Did you never ask these questions? Y'all just sent me to church thinking that was the thing?
Yeah, no question.
Relationships.
Yeah.
We know how that goes. Politics, food, health, victimhood, embracing this victimhood shit.
Yeah.
We still asking Democrats to solve our problems.
Mm-hmm.
All of these different things that I'm going down this list of, when I look at the generations, like what did you pass down to the next generation?
Trauma.
And it's like, and in a lot of ways, the baby boomer generation, they had it easier than a lot of other generations.
Yeah.
They had it easier than their parents, than their grandparents, obviously. They had it easier than all of these people. And now they also did not have all of the influences that we now have. They didn't have social media to deal with. They didn't have AI to compete against. They didn't have, now we're reversing DEI. They were the affirmative action people. They were the ones where okay, let's give the Black people some jobs. They may not deserve them, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Let's try to get them going.
There are a lot of opportunities there.
Yeah. And it's like that generation, largely when I see a lot of those men in that generation, they seem beat down. They seem like they're tired. They seem like they have no fight left in them. It's like you rush to retirement. We just see things completely differently. I never want to retire. I will never stop working, bro. It's not anything that I look forward to. And I think a lot of it is because people end up doing things that they hate doing. Bro, if you see me doing something, working a job that I hate doing, trust and believe there's a plan, or I'm trying to figure out a play to get out of that. I'm not staying in that. And perhaps, and a lot of this is an appreciation for obviously the generations before us, what they were able to provide, right? What they were able to overcome. But the baby boomer generation was perhaps one of the first generations of Americans, especially when it comes to Black Americans, that believed in the system.
Yeah.
I look back and I think back at times, I always ask myself, like, how did slavery exist for so long? We argue whether slavery was a choice or not, right? That always comes up. Bro, I don't care what y'all are saying. Slavery was a choice. You allowed that person. I don't care. I don't care. That's just my mindset. And I may be completely wrong. Completely wrong. But you're not, I just see the world differently, bro. And I think it's generational differences, and I think it's a lot of other things as well, to where we are, let me make it, we are arrogant. We are audacious. A lot of us, and I'm not even saying all of us. And I think that always that bothers people. That bothers people when I think that I can do fucking anything in this world, and you obviously have some insecurities within yourself. That bothers people.
Yeah, they don't like that.
It bothers you when I think so highly of myself.
Yeah, it do.
It's frustrating because you want to know why? It always comes down to there will always be a frustrating situation. And I said this, I think, before we talked about it. When somebody who's supposed to be on your team is not giving the effort that you're giving, it's not open to even see. It's like when somebody, and what do I mean by that? When we're looking for a solution and we come to the table and say, hey, I'm open to anything.
Yeah, some people are open to anything. Yeah.
And other people are like, well, I'm open to this, but I'm not open to that, like that. I think a lot of times we overestimate how intelligent we are and underestimate how intelligent the people that are running all of this are. Because we think that the things that we don't want to do, we don't think that that's, isn't that like religious talk? Like the devil always attacks that area, right? Our areas of comfort, the areas that make us, oh, I don't feel like doing that. I don't want to fight that battle. Oh, we got one. Or no, that's not off the table. Hey, if we do this and we do it in the name of religion, then we can guarantee that this amount of people will never say anything. They'll never challenge it.
Yeah.
It's like, don't you think they chose this? Don't you think there's a reason? Like we continuously get outsmarted by all this. Nobody calls it out. And then you and I, or people that are interested in it, have to do their research and find out, like, oh, you telling me the people that created Israel, they were atheists? Oh, I got to look into that. So if they were atheists and they still finesse people into thinking that God gave them the land when they don't even believe in God, and nobody challenges that? Like, oh, there's a reason why they chose religion, bro. And I realize it more and more in all of these conversations, bro. It is a brain, it's a block. I was getting ready to say rot, and I didn't, and I don't want to say rot. But perhaps that block can end up causing that. It is a brain block. It is a brain block. And I'm getting, see people that it's like, I think a lot of people that if you don't risk anything, then you tend to think that life is longer than perhaps it may be. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, bro. Mm-hmm. I don't have time to be playing around.
Yeah, this shit is quick.
To be playing around and framing things so it lands perfectly on people, because it doesn't matter how it lands. Yeah, people don't care, bro. They don't. People don't care. The majority of people are sheep. It's always been that way, and it's always going to be that way. The majority of people do not care about the person next to them. The majority of people care about themselves first and foremost, and everything else that happens after that is always from that selfish mindset of me first. And the godly thing to do, and this is in scripture, I believe, is to treat that other person, treat your neighbor. Treat your neighbor better than I don't even want to quote it, but at least the same as you want to be treated, perhaps even better. I'll look that part up in the scripture. I'm sure somebody that knows the scripture can confirm that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like you get given all this, like it's like the awareness becomes the weight on your back. It's like the care becomes the weight on your back. It's like all these things that would make somebody godly, or all these things that would make somebody walk in faith. Like when you take it and you're true to it and you're real about it, all these things that are weighing down on how you're feeling day to day should be the things that all the people should be feeling as well too. But I find it interesting how the person who is intrigued and wanting to know more about his beliefs feels the weight of the world, yet the ones that believe feel no weight at all to make these decisions and to call certain people out and to be aggressive and to providing a better opportunity for the children behind. And like you said, like, man, was it a decision of the boomers didn't care about the next generation? They just cared about theirs. Why are they not upset that we look and question religion this way? Why are they more concerned about telling us that it's X, Y, and Z? Why not listen to the student that is asking questions in the back of the class versus telling them to hush, or it's just what it is, or throwing a book at them, or throwing a scripture at them? Why is this not concerning? Why are the people that you're willing to follow and subscribe to asking these questions, but you're not willing to?
100%, bro. Like it's hard for me. Let me change my resolution. My fault. Did the camera clear up a little bit?
Yeah, because that joint was cloudy.
Yeah, my bad. It's better now?
Yeah.
I don't understand how people go through life and don't want to know the history beyond their grandparents, the history beyond their grandparents. I don't know how people don't want to go through life and question religion and to get a deeper understanding.
Yeah.
Like here, do you know how it feels? And maybe you can explain this. Maybe people don't. There's a reason. I understand completely why people don't question religion. I do in some regards, because it's a lot more comfortable when you don't. It's a lot more comfortable when you don't. I don't think people, and maybe this is why, people who have never questioned religion, who don't just believe in religion as it's presented by the masses, that don't believe in religion as it was taught to me by a slave master that somehow thought it was okay to put me in chains and shackles, but then also said, oh, but I got this good book for you. It's amazing. Here you go. And now 5 generations, 6 generations, 7, 8 generations later, I'm supposed to pick up the same shit. Like this is where we're going. Like, but it's like, how do you not question that? How do you never even look into another religion to even know, hey, maybe this other religion fits you? How do you, they show you that, I walk in my church and I see a white Jesus. Yeah, that may be okay for white people. White people may say, that's no big deal. That fucks with a kid.
Yeah, there was a reason behind it.
And there's a reason behind it. It was changed.
It was changed. It's crazy not to push back and question that.
But all of these things can happen and people will still defend and it's their experience. And this is another thing that I realized with religion. People are so selfish, and religion is supposed to be, God is not a selfish God, right? God is for everybody. But whenever people justify religion and their religious experiences, it's always with selfish things. What did this do for me? I was going through this situation and it helped me, or my parents, or this, or it's always about me. God is not about you. That's like somebody who commits a terrible person who may be good to you. That's still a terrible person.
Yeah.
That's still they just committed crimes. They did all these different things. They took advantage. They raped women. They did all these other things. That's a bad person. Do you not think that Jeffrey Epstein was good to some people?
Yeah. You in your bag with that one.
So when it comes to you justifying religion with the selfish nature of this is what it did for me, but not actually putting into the equation what it did to everybody else, that is a selfish way of thinking, bro.
Yeah.
But people never even, I don't even think people actually get into even think about it in those terms.
They don't, bro. because if you really dug into how, like I said, I've done more research about, religion and different aspects. Remember, we were looking up things like the Baha'i, we were looking up things like Christianity, you've talked about Jewish, like we've dug into religion, and not quote unquote what religion can do for us. We looked at what religion did in general and try to get a true understanding to how it ties into politics and why people don't necessarily want to speak about it, and why is it so hoarded in certain contexts, and why a certain group of people think they're elite versus another group. We dug into religion unbiasedly. And so if you really did dig into religion unbiasedly, you would be a little bit apprehensive to necessarily say its impact on you, because you wouldn't be ignorant to its impact on others. Therefore, you would almost feel a little insecure to validate religion, because you don't know what perspective and angle the people you're talking to even have with religion. So you would be delicate in expressing your faith to begin with, just because it turned out this way for me or my class of people, or what I've seen it personally do. I have to also take the good with what I think can be considered the bad from other groups of people. And somebody might have died for religion, and I might be alive for religion, and I have to respect that. But it's just like you say, selfishly wise, it's like they don't even care what religion has done to others that's hurt them. That's why it's so hard to subscribe to it off the rip, because I'm like, damn, what I look like rocking the cross, knowing that Hathaway was burnt on a cross because of this religion. I said, well, I got to move in a way where it's like, look, I got to really make sure I do my research, because rocking the cross now may look like having a flag.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That might be like repping a Crip flag, rocking the red for the Bloods, like whatever it may be. Like, that's the energy we should have towards it, because it's like the gangs have done good for certain people, but I don't know if overall gangs have done good for all people. So you don't just rock the colors unless you know the history, or you've done what you need to do in order to say, oh yes, I stand with this gang. But it's like people ain't doing that.
I'm glad that you brought up gangs, because that's something that I hear a lot of people say, and we've even talked about on this show, where people will say, well, there's been a lot of people who didn't believe in religion, or didn't believe in God, whatever people say, didn't believe in God, who have committed these crimes. Do you understand what that like? That's like saying, oh, yo, me talking to somebody and saying like, yo, you shouldn't belong to this gang. You shouldn't belong to this terrorist organization. Oh, well, there were other people that committed crimes that weren't in terrorist organizations. There were other people that did bad stuff who weren't in gangs. So therefore, I should be in my gang. That's the justification. It's like we talk about, oh, all this stuff was committed evilly in the wrong of religion. And what did everybody say? Oh, well, that's how man used it.
Yeah, that's the devil.
Well, how else has it been used? How else has it been used on a global scale to do good?
Yeah.
In what way? See, it only does good for people in their individual lives. Those seem to be the only stories that they tell. But globally, of impacting the masses, it does destruction. It creates tribalism. It creates us versus them. It creates all this chosen people. And it's not just Jewish people. Jewish people just stand on theirs in a different way that a lot of other religions are scared to. But it's across the board. You said it the other day, BK. People who are religious think they're better than people who are not. Yeah. Hands down. People who are religious think they are better than people who are not. They do. It's in the actions. It's in everything.
And the Jewish show us that. They show us that they think they're better. And we have more of a we more or less care about how people feel. We're like, we want to protect the people. It's like, damn, we fighting tooth and nail for just humans to respect and love thy neighbor. And you telling me about how religion saved you in the third grade. Come on, man. You got to grow up, bro. I want you to accept the good with the bad. I want you to know, look, I understand Jesus saved you when you were 18. You got to let that go. We got to elevate and understand. Let's do a look. Like, look, you at your younger age, when you were down bad, or you were under the bridge, or you were on drugs, or your parents went through something, like understanding that was very emotional. I understand what it did to you during emotional times. Let's elevate and let's do the research. Let's not ignore it because we're not comfortable with what it may look like to do the research. I want you to know, if you're not going to do it, we're doing it, and we're letting you know the truth, and you're fighting it intentionally. So it's just like, we're not here to say, look, religion wasn't started for the right reasons. We're just saying where it's out now, the 2025 software update, they've cooked it. It's a battle. I'm tired of every time I look into comments and people are saying, this is why I walked away from the church. Well, shit, man, it's been 30 years, nigga. Everybody walked away. It ain't the same. The church is supposed to be opening doors for everybody, bro. It's the elite are going to church. The elite are telling y'all to hit the church and put your donations. Bro, you're not going if you gave, just because you gave 10% of your paycheck, you're not going to heaven. Stop believing in that. If you can do that, put $10 under your pillow when you lose a tooth. Believe that Santa can somehow don't come down the chimney. Like, it's like you drew the line at all these animated characters that you one day were like, damn, okay, this isn't real, but not this one.
Stay on that one. The giving their money to the church.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, where is that in the Bible? and if somebody did write it in the Bible, and if it is in the Bible, see, this was going to happen. Somebody may raise their hand and be like, yo, it is in the Bible. It's here. To me, that just makes me look at that book a lot differently. When somebody's saying give 10%, for what? Give 10%. No, so then, people feel like, okay, so since I'm not actually living out the things in the book, at least I can pay my 10%. So that way that'll buy me, you know what I mean? Buy my way in rather than actually live the life that is supposed to guarantee me a way in.
Yeah. Put a little extra in the offering when you fuck up this week.
It's taxes, bro. It's taxation without representation, bro. That's what it is. It's and it's not demanded representation. Nobody demands the church. Nobody demands, and people will say, well, that's the church. That's this, that's the church. Bro, that's who sets the tone on religion. Whether we like it or not, that's who sets the culture on religion. I can sit here all day and say, oh my God, these little niggas in Chicago are that's who set hip hop. Oh my God, hip hop is so terrible. That's who sets the tone on culture. So either I address it or I just accept the fact that that's the dominant force, that's the dominant influence, and it's going to impact a whole lot of people. Hold on, is my mic? All right, I just want to make
good. Hold on, what about me?
You good, Glay. My fault.
Yeah, right out the gate.
We ain't do any mic check, no nothing.
Fuck it. We was good though. Yeah, the 10% though. Yeah, the 10%. Like, that's an interesting vibe. And I'm seeing people even in the comments, like, I like how churches are not legally barred or they're not legally allowed to talk about politics, but politics uses church in the same way. It's just like, we all know. I'm just interested in how many people are willing. I'll highlight it for you.
Yeah, I'm just interested. Is that a fact, or is that Jacob? Where are you? Are you in America?
I like how churches are legally barred from talking about politics.
Churches talk about politics.
Oh, yeah, true. But
and they have politicians come into the church.
In the same way, post about it. If you don't repost, you love the devil.
But politics uses church in the same way as those boomer Facebook posts about if you don't. That's a fact. But hold on. We don't. I haven't heard anybody calling out on a big scale when they have these politicians running for president, running for whatever other office, and they come into the church and they go up there on the pulpit and give their sermon and give their speech.
Yeah.
Like, we got to stop with all these rules, bro. It's not nobody's abiding by these rules that people think are actually there. These people that set these religious rules for you, they don't follow them themselves, and they never had intentions to follow them. They just know you will follow them.
They know that, Dag. We ain't putting nobody on game with that. They know better than that. Like, they know that. And I'll tell you this, I'll have a vulnerable moment when it comes to this topic. My mom is so religious to the point that I don't even attempt to try to tell her what I know. And I'd rather just allow her to be comfortable in what she thinks. My mom grew up initially as my mom's mom was a nun. So Catholic Church, especially you think about that. Haiti, you talking about who brought the religion. It's the most brainwashed thing in the world. I don't even attempt to go tell my mom the truth. And I understand she's going to die thinking exactly what she is, and I don't even try to change it. So I've given up on the people that I love on this shit. I know y'all ain't changing, and I don't even know y'all like that. I know the people ain't changing. If I got to let my mom have it, there ain't nothing I can do. That's how corrupt she is. My mom, and look, I know my mom. My mom does not abide by those things that I hear. My mom at times can be one of the meanest people in the world. I don't get godly vibes from my mom, but my mom will pray to like there ain't like the end of the world is tomorrow. She will get in beefs and talk the most demonic shit to all three of her kids. Some of my other two sisters haven't spoken to mama in 30 and 40 years because she just left them, disowned them. My mom doesn't walk in that space. We've never known that. My mom just thinks she can subscribe to the church and she's going to heaven.
It's a subscription.
It's a subscription to her. She will fight tooth and nail to go to church, but won't fight tooth and nail to talk to her children.
Bro, I really think that I genuinely feel this, and I always wonder if I should say some of the things that are on my heart, right? On my heart makes it land a little bit better. But I really believe this, you know what I'm saying? And it's not about arguing with anybody in this group chat. This is with all due respect, this is beyond anybody who's on this show. This is beyond me. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to religion, and I'm not talking just about the church. Let me be very clear, because I know people try to separate religion from the church, all this other stuff. Cool. Religion has robbed us of spirituality and a true connection with God. It has completely robbed us, bro. Religion is not, you don't read religion in a book. God ain't in no book. God is in everything in nature, bro. Pick your head up, get out that book and go live, bro. That's what God is, in my opinion. God ain't writing down something in some book where politicians get together and they figure out, okay, we're going to put this book in here. We're going to put this book. Oh no, get rid of that book. We don't want them asking questions about that. Okay, we'll put this in here. Religion, people are looking for something. It's no different than in school, bro. People are always trying to be with the cool kids, bro. And then the cool kids are like, bro, the fuck? Like, why y'all like, relax? That's not cool. Trying to be with the cool, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like everybody's trying to be accepted. Everybody finds protection and comfort in groups. This is why we have bully mentality. Bro, none of this. Religion has robbed us of our connection with God, bro. And you can feel, and what are people going to say? Oh, well, my experience, people are going to selfishly make it about them. God has nothing to do about you. I know everybody likes to wake up and think that God is thinking about them first and foremost. And God is, stop. Like, we got to stop this, bro.
He's busy, bro. He ain't thinking about you.
Somebody give you everything that you need to live and survive. Give your body the ability to recover. You can break an arm and your body will heal itself. You can go through these different sicknesses, and you think God done gave you everything. Now you think everything throughout the day he's thinking about you. Like, how selfish of you. But this is what the pastors teach. This is what is being taught. This is what being accepted. And it's a lot easier to go through life when you can pray at the end of the night or pray when you wake up in the morning and think that God is looking out for you.
Or pray before you die.
The closest connection that we have to God are each other. Nature. That's not a book.
Yeah, brothers and sisters.
Not somebody that's going to tell you that's going to go to school to become a pastor, and now all of a sudden they're speaking for the most divine.
Yeah.
Even with some of these, bro, you and I had a conversation when we were having one of our meetings about religion, right? And we were talking about some people that are divine in a particular group's faith, right? And they lived maybe a couple hundred years ago, within the last couple hundred years. And I asked them, I said, what makes anything they say any different than what I say? And the response was, I don't know if you recall, it was, oh, well, they're divine. Like, and I said, what makes them divine?
Yeah, like you.
Oh, well, they said that they're divine. I'm divine. Let me tell y'all, I'm divine.
Yeah.
Like what? Like, are you kidding, bro? How do y'all not wake up feeling divine? All these things that we have, all the ability that our bodies have, all of these things, the ability to put something out, to manifest something, to say something. You speak these words and it can create something. Look around at Miami. Look at the things that humans have built, bro.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
And you think that because somebody, it's a cult, bro.
It's a cult.
You think that because somebody, let's look at it like this. So, BK, you and I get together and we write down some principles. We share some stories. Everybody knows how we should be living. Everybody knows what principles are the right principles to follow, what values, what moral compass. We may not follow them, but we get together and we write out a way of living life. And then we say, hey, we're divine, and the things that we wrote are inspired by God. People are going to read those things and say, like, yo, I don't really agree with these things. We should treat each other well. We should be good to our wives. We should be good to our husbands. Oh my God, maybe this person is divine. It's like, wait, what?
How do we get there?
Yeah, it's like you just believe selfishly because something impacted your life in a significant way. That now that person that told you that they're divine, giving you some game from God, giving you some game from spirituality, now you just believe it. But when I speak, you lessen the things that I'm saying, because I'm not saying that I'm God. I'm not saying that I'm a messenger. Like, everybody looking to pass the rock, bro.
Yeah, just kick the can, like you said.
Everybody looking to pass the rock. Everybody wants to look at Michael Jordan taking the last shot. People don't want to take the last shot, bro, because there's a billion reps that come with practice, with frustration, with dark nights when it comes to sports, what it takes to be successful. And y'all don't want to do that. You're not trying to get up at 5 a.m. You're not trying to go through this mental war that all of us go to when we're playing sports every single day, the anxiety, the stress. I'm sure my parents wonder, I'm sure when they came to visit me with the Colts or William and Mary at certain times, like, oh man, his energy's a little off. Yeah, do you understand what I'm going through every day? Do you compete every single day for your position to get closer to your dream? Do you compete every single day where a coach could just come in and say, yeah, you out of here?
Yeah, that's a tough way to live.
There's a lot that goes into these things. And it's the same thing. And in my opinion, that same energy needs to be extended to us learning more about religion. How was it created? How did it get here? What were the true intentions? How did this Bible get put together? Why is Jesus looking like a white man, not from this region?
Like, nobody asked that. Like, it's like the believers don't ask that.
I'm looking around. Grandparents got pictures of a white Jesus in the house. What's up with y'all? If it don't matter, then okay, get the black one. Get one that looks like me so I can, when I'm growing up, imagery, it's important. But you know what people will say? And they use the same argument in other cases. Oh, well, it shouldn't matter, what color. Oh, it shouldn't matter. Okay. Well, it clearly mattered and was effective for the people that decided to change it.
Yeah.
The thing, it never, the people that are impacted by it always embrace this mindset of, oh, well, it shouldn't matter, because all it does is give them an excuse to not do anything about it, to not challenge it, to not challenge, Mom, why do you got this picture of this white man up here? I thought the region, clearly people in this region didn't look like that. And it's nothing wrong if Jesus was white. If Jesus if it was Jesus instead of Jesus of Nazareth, if it was Jesus of, I don't know, Ireland, then maybe, okay, cool. Jesus from Ireland. He looks like the people from Ireland. But Jesus is not that.
And we know, and y'all know that.
And you know that.
And you don't say nothing.
So all of these different instances, in any other situation, if either you're talking to somebody or if you're reading something, if one thing in that book doesn't align, if
they
one
checking
thing,
them. Look at Trump. If Trump don't do one thing, y'all be ready to hang that man. Trump ain't did what he said. Everybody at his neck. Oh, if any politician said, oh, but that book, oh, nah. Hey, look, it would in hindsight be like this. Look, man, that Republican ain't one of us. I'm still Republican, but he's not one of us. And then it's just like, we can move on now. As long as I give the disclaimer, I don't align with everything he's doing, then I'm good to say I'm still associated with this political party. And so with the religion, I just wonder why the people that believe don't get frustrated as much as the people that are trying to figure out if they believe.
I think it's a lot of, say it again, because I'm
like, I find it so interesting. Like, if I was truly a person that really fucking believed in something, how am I not the person more upset than the people that don't necessarily believe?
Because you are the person, and that's why you and I do get upset. Because you are the person. The people don't believe in it, bro. People don't know. People, matter of fact, people do believe in it. They believe in it. They choose to believe in it. I'm not a believer, bro. I'm not a believer. I need information. In any other aspect in life, you think I'm about to just believe you? You think I'm about to just, even from a simple standpoint, you think that the people that enslaved me, that I'm just gonna believe what you say spiritually? The people that enslaved me, that thought it was okay to have manifest destiny, doctrine of discovery, to go to any land and conquer that group of people, grape their women, pillage their land. The same thing that's going on right now with the extortion in Venezuela and other areas in the country, Haiti, Nigeria, all these different areas, the Middle East, extorting these people. We talked about yesterday, they got American military guarding drug fields. Is that what our American troops are dying for? But nobody knows because nobody cares. Everybody turns a blind eye. So all of these different instances occur. People don't care, bro. People don't care. People are worried about their own frustrations of the person that they're at the job with. People don't care, bro. People think about themselves, and that's the culture of all of this. And a lot of this was created, in my opinion, by how we see religion, bro. See religion.
That art of not caring is how religion can be based.
Of caring for self.
Yeah, caring for self.
You know what I mean? That's the culture that has been established, because how else could it make sense?
It's like, how was that message able to lead the locker room and become worldwide? That one group of people on one side of the world can say, oh, we care about our people. Then a whole nother pocket of people could be like, well, we care about our people. And then a whole nother other pocket could be like, we care about our people. It's just like, it just continues to evolve. And you're like, where's this structure built from? And then you look at religion, it's like, damn, religion's got to be responsible for building the structure.
You know, you're 100% right. You know what's so funny? I laugh at when I hear niggas talking about reparations. Let me look up the word. Let me look up the definition of reparations. I'm gonna tell you why I laugh.
I sent you that clip too.
I'm gonna tell you why I laugh. Reparations meaning. I don't even know if I've ever looked at measures to redress. So reparations are measures to redress past wrongs, especially severe human rights violations like slavery or colonialism, involving compensation, money, land, education, services, and symbolic acts, apologies. Okay, all that good stuff. Does the word reparation come from repair? Does reparations come from the word repair? I'm just wondering. Yes, the word reparations comes directly from the same Latin root as repair. you want to repair something, perhaps repair how you see the world and your view on God by the people that enslaved you. Y'all want to talk about slavery and how it's caused certain issues and how we deserve reparations because of that. Perhaps the reparations that we don't need anybody to provide for us and we can provide for ourselves is doing a deeper dive into this religion that we accepted and adopted that was never intended to empower us, but was only taught to us in a way to oppress us. But niggas want to talk about reparations, bro. Why? You don't deserve reparations if you're not willing to do the things yourself that you can do to repair. You asking other people to repair something and you're not even willing to repair something, the most important thing that there is within yourself. Bro, I don't want to hear this is, bro, and it seems like are people not thinking about this? You want to repair. Oh, you think, oh, how much is it gonna take? How much money you want in reparations? Okay, you want 50,000, you want 100,000, you want 200,000? Okay, what is that going to repair? You still got let me choose my words. You still have the mindset that has led you to be in this position that you're in right now, that we're in right now.
That got you got to begin with.
Right. You'll ask them for money, bro. Forget the money. What we need to repair is up here, bro. What we need to repair is that inner light that's in all of us that has been dimmed down by this religion, bro. And it's dimmed down as soon as you put a white Jesus up in front of a bunch of black people, which is obviously intentional, that dims your light because you see somebody else as being the ultimate being, the ultimate savior. Give me another group of people that worship a God or a God that looks different than that.
Yeah, hold on, dig into that. Nobody else. Who else does that? Or who doesn't do that? Actually,
I don't know.
Like when people are praying, like they praying to somebody that look like them.
I would assume that that's what everybody should be doing, right? Or I don't know. I don't know. And I don't even, and this is the thing. They changed they changed the image. It's not somebody that represents somebody that looks like, or somebody that was from that region, bro. So therefore, when you factor that in, I'm asking the question. These are the questions that come to mind. Well, who else worships, somebody that looks completely different than them? And it seems that this was pretty convenient, especially when you look at the timing of when Michelangelo was commissioned to change the image of Jesus right before they were getting ready to come and do this transatlantic slave trade. It seems pretty fucking convenient.
Hold on, Dag. I don't think I've ever really dove into this like I should have been.
Bro, but that's the point. Why do we have to dive into all this?
Yeah, right. When we got cats that was here since 55.
Why didn't the people who taught me it and allowed me to receive it, why didn't they do their due diligence before giving this to me? We look at the ingredients in food before we give it to our kids, right? I hope. We didn't look at the ingredients in this religion before we passed it down to our kids.
Were the black people the only group of people that worship somebody that don't look like them? I thought everybody was, oh man.
And I hate to even make it about black and white, but sometimes it just is the easiest way to prove
it. Hit a little harder when you let me know. Yeah. Damn. It's the only place of worship where you will see a group of people worshiping something that doesn't even look like them. If niggas ain't the most dodo bird ass shit I've ever heard.
Bro, I know other people be looking at black people like,
oh my God.
We've been completely indoctrinated, bro. We study more history on the Holocaust growing up than even learning about history. Like we learned slavery, but never like a deep dive into it. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't even know if that's true. We learned slavery, but I never learned all this stuff when it comes to religion. Religion was one of the main things that enslaved people. I never learned about it. I never learned about that in school.
I've learned way more independently. And I'll tell this is a good test about how, I who have learned so much more at this age did not fail back when I was in school for what I knew then. So that goes to show you weren't forced to know a lot because you made it this far and didn't know it, and you still passed Black history.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, why would they allow us to go this far?
Mm-hmm. Look at this comment. Our parents didn't have the ability to look up information like we can using the internet or being able to read whatever books we can. I give a little bit of grace there, but then I tend to think that that's bullshit because when I hear Maduro, who is in Venezuela, and clearly they don't have the same resources that we have here, but he's talking about, oh, the people in Israel, that's not the 12 tribes of Israel. That's not. And when I hear all these other countries,
they knew more about that Jewish stuff than we did. What was the lady from Barbados? When I hear that, when I hear people from Central America, I'm like, yo, how did they even know that? So yeah, you're right. Because I'm just now getting hip to all that shit about all Israel and, you know, who they paying and who they sleeping with. When Central America, who clearly doesn't have the infrastructure, like you said, when it comes to education, all the things, and they knowing, they probably don't, you would think these people don't even give a damn. They're like, shit don't impact us. We ain't paying them no money. Like, it would make no reason for why these countries would even care because they're not in bed with them, and they're still calling it out. That's wild to think that the president of Barbados is saying, no, what? What are y'all thinking? And people in America who's funding them just now finding out about this shit. Nick Fuentes is hot because he just put it on. Yet people in other countries was like, nah, I mean, we knew all that. So it kind of had you like, damn, we kind of late. Like, yo, when did y'all start the test? I'm late.
Phyllis wrote, and I think shout out to Phyllis. In my 20s, I used to listen to a little to Farrakhan, and he was calling it out. Malcolm X was calling it out. A lot of people were calling it out. People who do research, people who care about learning about religion. Of course, Farrakhan will call it out. I'm not saying, of course, Phyllis like that. I'm saying, like, of course, Farrakhan, because Farrakhan, who did he follow? Elijah Muhammad, people that were in the Nation of Islam. So people that you can hate the Nation of Islam, whatever your feelings are about the Nation of Islam, those people were probably more incentivized to look up and study religion because they made a change from the adopted religion that most Black people have in America. I'm sure people in other countries look at us like, look at them niggas over there, they worshiping Christianity. That's the same thing that, oh my God, don't say nothing, no. Don't say nothing. They gonna keep that.
That's shit, bro. And that joint, you know, that's how I be feeling because every now and then, like, I would take my mom to church. Like this past Christmas, I took my mom to church because my dad couldn't, right? And then it's like I'm in there, right? And my dad wasn't a churchgoer, and I never really understood why. I never got the time to ask him why he was not into the church like my mom, but he allowed my mom to be in the church. And so I still continue to try to take her when I can, like on special holidays and stuff like that. And I go, bro, my mom's like this older Black woman in this mega white Christian church. And it damn near is embarrassing because it's like, I know they looking like when you're describing it, how you describing it, it's like, these rich ass white folks looking at my mom like she needs their God. Like she's in here in a wheelchair, ain't really got a lot. They help her out. They're like, hey Teresa, like, and I'm like, damn, bro, this shit looks wild. And I don't even go because I refuse to be looked at that way. And I'll be being like, nah, y'all not gonna look at me like that. I'll sit in the parking lot and wait for my mom to be done and go pick her back up. But I'm not going to be in here making y'all looking at me like I need the prayer. I need y'all prayer. And it's just so wild to think like, damn, Ma, you really in here. But it's ignorance. So like, fortunately enough, I can hear everything you saying and have a mom and still be like, that ain't cap. That shit look crazy. It looks crazy. And I see my mom, it looks crazy. Everything you're saying, it's not like, nah, well, you know, it really helps my mom. I'm not going to say that. No, it looks absolutely asinine that this is the structure of it. My mom doesn't know why my mom does not know why the Jesus is white. She has been rocking this cross her whole life. She don't know where Catholicism comes from. She doesn't know how it was forced upon them. She doesn't know, and I'm realizing, damn, that's the ignorance that really got her and a lot of other people, because we can't make it seem like them churches is empty. We act like we the most woke niggas walking the street. Bro, we are so outnumbered by the churchgoers. When I look up at the church, bro, that's the church got thousands of people. How I'm gonna go up there and tell them? They ain't gonna listen. They don't want to listen. So it's just like hella propaganda. It's like everybody be so quick to say the politicians are fear-mongering us, and they're using this, and they're being this, and they're trying to control us. But it's like, but not in the church, right? That we know they wouldn't do that. Just like the tax dollars that come up missing in the Pentagon on their 8th audit. No, they could never do that. Like, you just really gonna cherry pick and choose when you want to be dumb? You really gonna do that? No, bro. And this is what makes me fear. This is what's challenging to me, Dak, because I'm gonna go there. This is what's upsetting to me is like, if you this silly to not push back on questions and not be interested to know what the truth is, then y'all had the audacity to bring children into the world, being this ignorant and dumb. And then y'all wonder why the young generation be looking like they looking. Look who their fucking parents are. What's the quote? Tell me what your mom does and tell me what your dad does, and I'll tell you how far you'll go. It's why the kids are struggling with X, Y, and Z. They're not trying to do nothing, et cetera, bro, because y'all their parents. Y'all don't have that in them. Y'all wasn't superheroes. Y'all weren't gods. Y'all weren't laying down the foundation. Y'all were doing what y'all wanted to do. Y'all was cherry picking religion. Y'all was going to church only on Easter and Christmas and Thanksgiving. Y'all was just telling them that they need to do this, but you wasn't doing it. You was yelling at them to go to college, but you wasn't sitting down helping them get educated and do the homework. You weren't, you didn't qualify to be anybody who should have been raising anyone. So don't give me what the young generation is. Don't give me social media as the excuse. Because if your dumb ass really had a true footprint in your home, social media couldn't stand against that. Because it don't stand against me. I don't think Dak is standing against Dak. The ones that have real leaders in the homes, we're not struggling with social media. Nigga, we're utilizing it. This is wild for me. Y'all weren't qualified to be parents. You should have kept the condom on. Because you didn't put your cape on once you figured out children was coming. You selfishly continued to do what you wanted to do. You still did it. Even when you got in the positions like you got that blessing, nigga, you still acted like a kid. You still didn't want to do no research. You weren't scared to give that religion to your kid. You wasn't that didn't scare you that your kid could be like, oh, hold on. If I don't tell my kid the truth, they may turn around and hold me accountable. You weren't scared to give them something that might hurt them, might hang them. You didn't want to not give them the history. See, if we black, we all of a sudden want to give black history, but when we're religious, we don't want to give religious history. We don't want them to know what it has done. Also, we just want the good, no bad. See, but when the Jewish people talk about all the good, they talk about all the bad. You know what I'm saying? When black history come in, they talk about all the good, and we're gonna talk about all the bad. But when religious history show up, we're gonna talk about all the good. We don't know about the bad. So we cherry picking. Why? That's dangerous for your kids when you be lying to them, because they're not as dumb as you, and maybe they're not willing to not lie. Maybe they don't have that moral compass that you're willing to have. But y'all go leading children, huh?
I'm with you 100%, bro. Everything you're saying reminds me of that quote that Martin Luther King Jr. Allegedly said. Some people say he said it, didn't say it. I fear I led my people into a burning building. Now, if Martin Luther King felt that way from a political standpoint, as far as his leadership with black people, What do parents feel when they give Christianity to their kids? I fear I've led my people into a burning building. It's very hard for me to kind of, let's say that I wanted to frame it in a certain way. It's hard for me to frame this in a certain way.
We forever gonna hold
other than just saying, yeah, right. Other than just saying exactly what it is, because I thought that's how adults communicate. And I realized that whenever somebody's not communicating with you in a direct way, that's what I tend to look into. So when I start asking questions, bro, the majority of people, bro, don't tell me, well, your religion is that. You never even read the book. Because the things that I bring up, you've witnessed it, bro. You've seen me in these conversations with these people that are super religious, that come, they walk in with their Bible, they got notes in it with the sticky notes and all this other stuff. And then when I say something, they're like, where's that? Oh, you didn't read that part. Oh, your big homie at church didn't teach you that part. Matter of fact, you step to the side. Call your big homie. I don't want to talk to you, bro.
Yeah.
You are running with something, bro. You can ask a gang member in Chicago or in LA the origin of their gang, and they'll go down the whole niggatry list of all the history of this happened with this, then we did. They'll go through the whole thing. You ask somebody the same thing when it comes to religion, people don't know anything. People don't know anything. People only know the scriptures that applied to them, the scriptures that they interpreted that helped their lives. It's always about me and my experience. Well, this helped me with my addiction. Okay. Does that make it a great thing for everybody? Because it helped you with your addiction? It also also helped enslave millions of niggas.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand why we ignore those things.
It's like we give credit for the things that, when it's something that religion is associated with a positive, we say, oh, well, or when it's a negative, we say, oh, well, that's just people using it the wrong way. Well, what's the right way? Oh, when it helps you, it's the right way. Okay, all right, I got it. Now I figured it out. When the religion helps you, it's the right way. But when it, oh, okay, I got it.
You know that, like when you get your ring after you win the Super Bowl, I like to thank Jesus Christ, for giving me this opportunity and for blessing me and my teammates to have this victory. And then the people that lost, what are they? And I guess they should come on the podium and say, well, the devil got to us today. The devil's tore us down. It's his fault. Well, hold on. What? I don't never hear that. So how come it's always associated with all the good, but never the bad? And that must be the devil's game. The devil must be winning. So then when we look at all these demonic behaviors and we look at all these things and these actions that are clearly not morally or ethically correct, y'all want to blame who? Y'all going to blame the devil, right? So it seems like no matter who it is, humans can always not take accountability because it's always some higher power's responsibility to take whenever it's going in. So when it's positive, go ahead and give it to God. When it's negative, go ahead and give it to the devil. And this is just arbitrage. We're just the middlemen. Oh boy, you about to cook up.
No, I'm not, because the work has already been done. Vaughn said y'all judging people for their religion. That's how people start feeling. They feel like I'm being attacked. You're judging me, bro. Grow the fuck up. Everybody gets judged. Everybody's judged. like when you don't perform on your job well, you're being judged. Like you're judging people for their religion. And then what did Dutch say? No, we're judging religion, bro. We're just questioning why you haven't questioned it.
We're holding it accountable.
How is it? How do the people that subscribe to it the most do the least amount of research on it? You absolutely right. I'm judging. I'm judging both, Dutch. Let me be clear. I'm judging both.
It's time for them. It's time for it to be judged.
I'm judging both.
Yeah,
because the more you judge religion and look into it, it's like, yo, y'all don't see what's going on here.
Yeah. when they don't want it to be judged because they don't want it in its purest form.
Imagine this: the very people who it was given to enslave and oppress the most are the exact people that defended the most. Imagine that. It was given to your black ass to enslave you, to make you obedient, and now you're the one that defends it more than the white people that even gave it to you. Yeah.
It's wild to not have those questions. I mean, we said it this week, bro, when we came in Monday, when I had that epiphany on that walk, bro. And I was talking about a religion. I was like, bro, if the devil was the creator of religion, it makes more sense than to sit here and tell me God is. That's it. It's just if the devil, if you told me, no, God didn't make that. The devil made that.
Yeah.
Everything
would make sense.
We wouldn't be arguing.
All right. Yo, yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, that's why they did that. That's why. Damn. I didn't think of that.
Everything would make so much more sense. But when you keep telling me it wasn't, now we keep arguing about this ain't God. We know it ain't God. You keep saying it, Dak. It ain't God. It's the devil made the religion.
Somebody wrote in the comments that I forget, I think it was Michelle, wrote that they never allowed black people to read the Bible. And man, I lost my train of thought with it. Oh, I was going to wonder. I said, how many years do you think black people were Christians before they were able to read the Bible? Like, that's kind of one of those things that I want. Like how many years were you belonging to this group without being allowed to read the book? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
right, because they were all Christians, but they couldn't read.
Yeah, and they weren't allowed to read.
And they weren't allowed to read. Imagine that.
This is why Nat Turner crashed out, bro.
Crashed out because they couldn't read, and he could.
And he's the one that they allowed to read because they're like, okay, they allowed him to teach because he knew how to read, and they're like, oh, we can use this to our advantage.
Right, because my slaves aren't working hard enough. Can you get them going? They're lazy. They're not turning over enough cotton. Is there any way? Can you come preach to them and tell them that if they commit and they work hard in this life, they'll be given an even better life?
Yeah,
they got a special space for those people.
This is part of the reason, I'll be honest, this is part of the reason why I'm biased when it comes to Palestinians, bro. I like looking at a group of people that's not just allowing another more powerful group to just control them, to change their culture. No, this is our land, bro. I'm not going to forget. I'm not going to allow you to just steal my land, steal my home, kick me off of my land. I'm not going to allow you to just do that and me just accept that and then now teach my kids that they got to accept that, because that's exactly what happened with religion when it came to black people in America. Hold on. No, don't challenge that. You gonna get whipped. You may get whipped. You may get all those things. You may die. You may suffer. But what's the alternative? Now, 500 years later, we still got an enslaved mind. We still got an enslaved mind because people probably didn't want to take the risk 500 years ago. Cool. I'm not judging that aspect of it. But what I am judging is I see them Palestinians over there and they not willing to budge. That's why people feel like they gotta target them. Black people aren't even a strong enough united front to even get targeted. We don't get targeted by anybody. We gotta address those Palestinians because they're standing on whatever it is they believe in as strong or stronger than what y'all are standing on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Remember I asked you, I was like, yo, Dak, like, why? Remember we had that discussion because I was trying to understand, like, well, how come they're labeled as terrorist group? I was like, but are they terrorist group to the Palestinians? And then I'm like, well, why do they keep hiding amongst the regular people that in Palestine, et cetera, like why are they hiding amongst the Palestinians? And you was like, then I asked you, I was like, well, what are they fighting? Like, what are they? Why do they exist? And then I was like, nigga, that ain't no terrorist group, nigga. That's they watching the block.
Bro. It's the same thing with slavery, bro. There's a lot of black people that thought Nat Turner was a I wouldn't be surprised if Nat Turner got snitched on by some black people. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that during slavery, if you like, yo, we out, we putting together this, you didn't have to worry about, you know how Master found out? Some niggas told.
Yeah. Shit, that's how I got jammed up. Some niggas told on me.
That's all. It's like, it's not about like, yeah.
You know what I mean? Your boy Young Stu and all them. Some niggas told on me.
Yeah.
That's how I got jammed up. It wasn't them. They didn't catch me. I was good. Some niggas told on me. And here I am doing it for the people.
Your people.
My team, you out. My family, my team.
Your captain.
My big homie.
Your big homie snitched, bro.
Damn. That's how we move it. That's when it's real. It's real out here if they can do that. But yeah, you're right. It's like, oh, hold on. That ain't no fucking terrorist group, nigga. They went to get a lick back.
Define it. Define terrorist group.
I'm no longer listening to that word because I've started to realize that word is quickly thrown as a label and it makes people stop listening. Like for me, like when I hear terrorists, I'm like, oh, those bad people. No, I'm not doing that. I'm questioning when I hear that. I'm saying, okay, what they not going for?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what are they trying to? What are they not accepting? What extortion are they not accepting?
That's what I'm going to ask. Every time I hear, I say, okay, what they not going for? Because they called the Black Panthers. They said Black Panthers were a terrorist group. Then I was like,
the nation
they wasn't going for that.
The Nation of Islam, Malcolm X.
No, nigga, that might be getting labeled. That might be the wave. Once you hit that, nigga, you on the radar. It's up. Now they want to come shut you down. That shit ain't okay, bro. Y'all just throw that title around to make people anti this, no. They went to get their lick back, bro. That's what they did. They went to get their lick back, and y'all mad. And now y'all went to go tell something. Now y'all go tell.
And it ain't even like a lick back. Like it's yo, I need my crib back. I need my freedom, bro. Like I just need my freedom, bro. I'm not a slave, bro. I'm not going for that. But Nat Turner, why don't we hear his story?
Amazing story, bro.
Why isn't he celebrated as a hero?
I don't know how we don't have Nat Turner Day.
I mean, didn't we have a civil war that was apparently over slavery? Where a lot of people died because we were fighting to release the chains or black people from the chains and horrors of slavery. So why isn't Nat Turner celebrated? Why don't we have a Nat Turner Day? They got a Charlie Kirk Day, right?
Where's the Hathaway Day?
Yeah. And that should remind, and that's not for, perhaps that's not even for America to actually put in play. But perhaps that's just for something for black people to hear and to listen to, and for other people that are interested that are not black to listen to and understand the world that we're living in and understand these influences that make us think the way that we think.
And not be offended by it.
And not be offended by it.
Not be like, oh, well, we can't be included, and then be offended by the shit.
It is, yeah. Yeah. So as we take on this battle, bro, I don't expect a lot of help. I don't expect a lot of help as we take on this battle. And what is the battle? The battle, like I said, my goal, like I'm thinking like, what is the goal? And I remember we talked earlier, like you got to have a opposition. You got to have something that you're fighting against. And I said it was fear-based mediocrity. Fear-based mediocrity. I don't think there's anything that contributes to fear-based mediocrity more than religion. Fear-based mediocrity. I may be wrong. That may just be part of it. It's definitely a part of it. Now you could throw in other things. Cool. I'm attacking that. That's the fight that I'm in. I want to be very clear. I'm attacking that. If you're not aligned with that, then cool. It's to each their own. But that's what I'm attacking. Fear-based mediocrity. Fear God. Why? Why? Why should I fear God?
Well, that ain't nothing but a t-shirt.
Oh, fear. Okay, fear. Okay. All the stuff. And then they got to sell you on it because it's not enough for them to just say fear God. They got to say, well, if you don't believe in God, you can't get into the gates of heaven. Like you said, Glay, who going over there? Bro, that's not the cool spot anyway, bro.
I'm not trying to say that's
not the popping spot anyway. I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Yeah, I'm not sitting at y'all table.
But I don't want to go, bro. I'm good.
I do find it interesting. Like, what is the fascination behind it?
Because people are so content with living mediocre lives that they want to convince themselves that when they die and they're no longer here in the physical, that they're going to somewhere special, that they could have created on earth if they had the nuts to, and if they had the courage and discipline and all these other things. You could have had your heaven right here on earth. But because you'd rather just live a mediocre life and not do all these things and not go, not just be basic. Because you want to be basic, now you hope that there's something better for you in the afterlife.
Well, I got an interesting take. Check me.
And look at Vonza right, Law Dak, like because I don't want to go to heaven. Blasphemy. It's blasphemy. It's blasphemy because I don't want to go to the same party as you. That's how they convince people. Oh, you don't want to go there? You're bugging. Why don't you look up all the people that are probably there? Maybe when you get there, Vons, you'll realize like, oh, they let this nigga in. I don't need to be over here with like. So to each their own. I guess we'll find out. I'm not concerned with it. The fact that Vons is saying it's blasphemy, you're so caught up in it, bro. I don't care what like. This is fucking. God, grown men, Santa Claus. Like, it's just like, yo, grown men.
Oh, man. Carzo said, really? I ain't trying to sit at the table with y'all niggas.
I don't want to sit with y'all, bro. And Vons, let me
see. I was
about to get arrogant, bro.
Okay.
It was about to come across so
you know
arrogant.
What I'm saying? See, get back over there.
Bro,
get back over there.
The table's always been the table I'm at, Vons, if we want to be real.
Get back over there, dog.
So, man, let me not.
Yeah, man, get back over there, bro. You gotta get back over there. Y'all, you go over there. Vons, you go over there. Dak, you go over there. Y'all take a breath, man. Y'all chill.
Bro, and hold up. No, I'm glad. Let's talk about this. I never did what my friends did. Vons will tell you right now. Y'all were doing all this. I never followed what everybody thought was cool, bro. I've been on this. Mm-hmm. I don't need to follow what y'all, bro. I don't even know if there was an incident in high school, a big incident that occurred.
Vons, you gotta stop, man.
Praying for you.
Oh, I see. Well, you can go there because you take it there, Dad, because you can go. Because he keep going. He know better to do this. He know get you riled up.
I don't know if he knows better.
Maybe he don't know. Well, you know more.
I think that Vons is actually standing on what he believes, what was passed down to him.
Oh, it's passed down.
And it's just another example of the people that like it's a very elitist, and I'm sure you feel it. It's a very elitist mindset when people say I'm praying for you.
I got you, bro.
Much better than mine. Like,
yeah, I got you, big homie.
Yeah, like trust me. Like oh, I'm praying for you.
Yeah, like I got you. I know you don't got you. I got you though.
Yeah, you praying for me. All right.
See, that why I ain't mad if you go there because that's a slick shot.
It is a slick shot.
It is,
but they hide behind religion because they're cowards in a lot of ways. Yeah. So they'll say, "Oh, I'm praying for you."
Yeah,
because they don't want the conversation to go to another place, bro.
Because if the convo went there, you'd really you could be going off right now, but you chilling.
I'm not. I'm just gonna say that God has shown a lot of favoritism towards me. Mm-hmm. And I've had these thoughts for a very long time that I have right now. God has shown a lot of favoritism towards me. I've been very lucky. I've been lucky. I've been lucky to live out a dream that you had, Vons, to play football. You probably like football more than me. I've been very fortunate, very favored. So I appreciate you saying that you'll pray for me, and I hope that you do continue to pray for me. I hope that you continue to pray to whatever God that you pray for, because I want to accept I need all the good energy that I can have. So I'll leave it there. I'll just leave it there. I'll just leave it there. But the incident that I was going to talk about, I've never followed my friends, bro. I've always been my own person. Y'all go that way, I go this way. And there was an incident that occurred in high school when everybody went that way. And what did I do? I walked down the street to go get my highlight tape together for college, because I took college seriously, because I took playing football at the next level a lot more seriously than y'all.
And what was they doing? What was they doing though?
They went, and there was an incident that occurred where everybody got caught up in a situation that was very unfortunate, but there was an incident. A lot of people were there, and only a few of those people got caught up. But it's just something that I always think about, because if I would have not gone down and go working on my highlight tape, then I would have been right there with them. Right there with them. But I was always a more serious person than all of y'all. All of y'all. That's how my parents raised me. That's how I was just a more serious person when it comes to life, bro. And that is why everybody had the same goal. I didn't go to football because I didn't get a college scholarship or anything out of high school. I didn't go to the next level, bro. I played less on my freshman football team than any of my friends. Any of my friends.
He ain't fuck with you, right? That was one.
Didn't fuck with me, all that stuff. I told you this story, BK. Yeah. All of them, I took it seriously. I was putting in the work that they did not want to put in. They wanted to go do whatever it is that they wanted to do. So I don't need anybody. I've known for a very long time that this path that I'm walking on is going to be a very lonely path. I've known from a very young age that the path that I'm walking on is going to be a very lonely path, bro. But I don't care, because what I'm also going to come across along that lonely path, when you don't have a bunch of people with you, are some real connections with people, because it's just us and we're able to build. And those people chose the road of the less traveled as well. So I'm cool with that. I wish you could understand. I never did what niggas did.
Nah, I remember, because when I used to pull up to Jersey with you, like, you was always cool with niggas that was really kind of in the streets a little bit, or they was up to no good, or they really ain't have no motion. And to be honest, I would sometimes wonder, I'm like, how does this nigga have these type of friends that really didn't even, what I would think you didn't even really match that energy. You know what I mean? Like, you going to college and you coming back and you holler at street niggas that's drinking, they're doing wild shit, smoking, all that other shit. And it's just like, it's so interesting, because life has been lifing for a lot of niggas now. And now we see the fruits of everybody's labor. And now the people that are telling us they're going to bless us aren't in anywhere near the positions that the people that aren't looking for your blessings, but you think that you have some superiority complex, or you're doing, like, I find it interesting that the ones that are trying to bless us, we don't need the prayers. Matter of fact, you might turn around, you might let us know so we can hit you with one. It's just like, don't weaponize the religion. I'ma pray for you. Like, I don't like that. That shit was a little, and it's just like, and I know you fuck with Vons, and I seen the picture of y'all walking and shit like that. So just to say what you saying because of religion to somebody you was walking through the streets with during a time where y'all was pushing back on something that y'all knew wasn't right, and then you willing to go talk to that person and get up on the live and say, well, I'm going to just pray for you after all that y'all been through. You think, like, you willing to sell your nigga out over some prayer, over some religion, over some God? Nah, bro. If a nigga showed me he was special 15, 20 years ago and he ain't done nothing, religion ain't going to change my perspective on that man. So I find that so interesting that now that you have religion, now it seems like the energy is op energy. It's not support now. Now it's like, oh, you crazy. I'm like, damn, I was also crazy when I was walking, putting flyers on doors. Nigga, you knew I was crazy, but damn. Now I'm not the type of crazy you approve. I'm not the type of crazy you accept. Oh, that's what religion got you on? Oh, I don't want that, nigga. If it got you switching up on your niggas like that, nigga, y'all can have any. It's all for you. Look, I don't think religion grabbing the best of the best, to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it a bean. I don't think it's grabbing the cream of the crop, that. I don't think them ones, them guys, nah, they not on no shit y'all on. If religion got you in there, I don't want to be in it. That we don't have anything in common. Why would I be in what you in? I don't make what you make. I don't do what you do. I don't work where you work. Why would I believe what you believe in? I don't believe in your actions. Why would I believe in your religion? So you right. What I gotta do? Like, it's for you because you need it. It's not for me. That's why we don't align. So it's just like, I don't like the little dig because I'm like, damn, this family, bro. You got
and he'll try to act like it's not a dig. Prayer works. Well, it's
now
all
it's put in reverse shit.
Now it's not. Now you're really praying. Like, come on, bro. And you don't got to play these games. You don't got to play these games. We understood it. Whenever somebody who's religious tells somebody, "Oh, I'm going to pray for you." I used to have this conversation with Bez, where Bez would have these conversations with people like his family and friends, and they would say, "Oh, I'm going to pray for you." Like, who do you think you're talking to?
You're not the chosen one to be praying on them.
Like, and it's not in a, because we know that we know how it's being said. Anybody on earth, it's the passive aggressive. Oh, I'm going to pray for you. Okay. You may want to save all your prayers for you. Yeah, you may want to do that. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. So I don't, this is, I enjoyed this, Glade.
Yeah, you had to get it off your chest. You got to get it off your chest, bro. It's a journey. And you challenging the constraints in the infrastructure that exists to this day. Something, like you said, the people 60, 70 years ago wasn't doing. And so if we're going to be the first ones to push it and challenge it, then so be it. Still standing on shit. Like, I'm not worried about none of that. I'm not worried about where I'm going after or not. Man, bro, if there's somebody upstairs, he knows my heart at the end of the day. He know how I care. He know how I care about people. I ain't got to put on no show for y'all, nigga. Fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck what you think, bro. You're not. I'm not. I don't need to hop on your bus and go to your club, like you said. Like, I'm not off none of that, bro.
Vaughn said, let it go. Like, oh, okay. Hold on. VK, let it go. So Vaughn said, let it go. Let it go, Vaughn. Just let it go. Just let it go. Vaughn said, let it go. Let it go. You got to let it go.
That's your man's, bro. That's your man.
Let it go. There you go. All right. Okay. Yes, sir.
That's your man.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Look what Paula write. Shout out to my girl, Paula. Paula wrote, I'll pray for you. Actually, I need a job. You got one of those? Yeah, don't pray. Yeah, resources. Like, I don't want to hear about prayer. Yeah, other people give out resources. And then you got these groups, they give out prayer. All right. Yeah, give me some resources.
Yeah. That shit.
It's Michelle wrote, he walks with you. You don't need a gatekeeper. Bro, it's so It reminds me of that video that you sent me yesterday when it's like, if you're going to create a lie, create a big lie. Like, create a big, it's like all of this stuff. People really willing to stay. Like, I'm gonna get out of here and go walk on some water, man. That's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go out after this show. I'm gonna go walk on some water, man. That's what I'm gonna do. I may fall in, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna shoot my shot. So Vaughn's, definitely pray for me, bro.
And see, but what's funny is like he was making it seem like we tripped, but everybody in the comments like, well, if someone is sick or in a tough spot, a nice thing to do to say, but if it's said when we're disagreeing about religion, it comes off as a holier than thou, regardless of intention.
Put that comment up. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it's like cats peep. Oh, hold on, it moved up.
Abraham wrote it. Yeah. Well, if someone is sick or in a tough spot, it's a nice thing to do. But if it's said when we're disagreeing about religion, it comes off as a holier than thou, regardless of intention. And everybody knows that.
Yeah, like it was. That was the.
And Abuhan, I'm glad that you actually wrote it, because allowing us to read it, it kind of, I think
you actually painted it in a much clearer picture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we were able to express it. So I appreciate that. And we know that.
Yeah.
We know that.
But see, that's the crazy part, that like, damn, religion to have you switching up on your day ones.
You gonna pray for me, bro. All right, cool, bro.
I ain't trying to tap in no religion that got me.
Cool.
wrong.
I'm gonna start telling that to people. I'm gonna start telling
Tell
that
it
to
to people you don't like. You
Yeah,
all
man,
you
I'm gonna
just
pray
tell
for
the
you.
people you don't like.
I'm gonna pray for you.
Yeah, when you don't fuck with somebody, just tell them, yeah, I'm gonna pray for you, bro.
I'm gonna pray for you, man. Hey,
I saw-
Vaughn, when you get those patients that come in, or I guess make sure you praying for them. Since you out here saving these, pray for them. Don't even give them any treatment. Matter of fact, I would. Why didn't people? Maybe we should have just done that in 2020 instead of everybody just rushing to take these jabs in their arms. Maybe we should have just prayed for people.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people who did take the jab are probably wishing that they would have just prayed instead of taking it. But to each their own. To each their own. Once again, yeah, keep praying for me, bro. I appreciate it.
I saw a dope comment I wanted to read.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it falls in line with what we're kind of been talking about, but it says, people are just ignorant. Humanity may be this planet's most intelligent species, but we're not intelligent enough to understand that none of us have anywhere to go. And it makes more sense to unify and work towards the benefit of the planet and humanity. And
Say it again. It makes more sense to unify than.
Yep. So people are just ignorant. Humanity may be this planet's most intelligent species, but we're not intelligent enough to understand that none of us have anywhere to go. And it makes more sense to unify and work towards the benefit of the planet and humanity.
I agree, bro. And how do you? It's like, how do you truly come together with humanity? How can you come together when you have all these boundaries? How can it's almost like you look at a map. If you want the North and South to come together, or you want different, get rid of the boundaries.
Yeah.
Get rid of the boundaries that separate us from each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way they will come together. Our countries will never come together with other countries because there's boundaries. It's us and it's them.
There's a
so
fence.
It's very hard to understand us coming together unless we come together under an umbrella that's not below our country differences, but is above our country, right? So if the United States and China come together, it has to come together over something that's above Americans looking at America and China looking at China. And, this is above. Yes, we are Americans. Yes, I'm Chinese, but we come together under America. Yes, there's people in America who may be Venezuelan, maybe Haitian, maybe African countries, whatever. But we come together under America. That's the only way. You can't have a bunch of people fighting for that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a great I mean, that's why you push on the opportunity that religion has. We push on religion because it's got potential. He's 6'6". He run a 4.6. You know, he's got good potential to be in a first-round draft pick. Y'all got the motherfucker an undrafted free agent, if at best. Mm-hmm. And so what we're doing is challenging, like, look, man, you got some potential here. We've seen what you've been able to do to a lot of motherfuckers. We've seen what you've been able to say. You got these people really going in these streets, huh? Okay. We see you done dropped the book. You done switched it up. Niggas they wasn't even tripping. They ain't even trip. You done changed the color of Jesus Christ. How the fuck you pull off? Now, look, we like what you've done. We see what you can. No, I'm not going to say we like what you've done, but we know if we're going to invest in anyone, you're the one because you got really what it takes. Now, what we want to do is sit down here at the ground table and come up with a strategy to positively influence the world, humanity, make everyone feel governed to follow these commandments and things without necessarily greed and politics be behind it. So we don't come to you because we're upset. We come to you because we really have faith that you can be the one. That's how we speaking to you, to religion. We're challenging it to not be a fucking D3 athlete, which is what it's doing right now, and requesting it that it lean into its potential and become a first-round draft pick.
Nah, it's not D3. It is not playing. It is not D3. D3, no.
You see what I'm putting down?
I get what you're saying, but I gotta because I can't have nobody listening who's D3 thinking
Okay, my bad.
Right now, you know what I'm saying? Nah, this is some other stuff. This is you had the ability to be an athlete, a collegiate athlete, and instead you decided to go to the streets, do other things that are not productive and conducive for success. For the most amount of success. You get what I'm saying? That's how I would look at it. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because
that makes more sense. Okay, so like I see you in the streets, like you got to pick one.
Yeah,
it's one of those guys. Like, look, bro, if you just commit, you can be an amazing college football player. I think you have what it takes to go to pros. But you
making money in the streets, bro. You making money in the streets. The streets are good.
You in the streets, gang banging, waving your flag, selling drugs, doing all that shit that's harming your community. As a coach who sees your best potential, I am asking you to put the guns down, put the Bible down, put all those things down, and lean into what you are truly capable of. And you will have a bigger impact than positive impact than you can ever imagine. Are you willing to do it for me? That's what we doing. We talking to a potential gangbanger on the streets who getting money, and we trying to talk him out of it.
Yeah, they like, yo, but it's been good to me.
Yeah,
it's been good to me. Well, look how it's impacting everybody else, son.
Come on, man, you killing your people, bro. It's like Lil Baby. You know, that's the story of Lil Baby. Lil Baby was a drug dealer. He was a very, very successful drug dealer in Atlanta. Young Thug was an artist. He was a high-level artist, you know, and he was in the streets and he left the streets, quote unquote, not really. But what he did, he said, Lil Baby, I'm going to give you $1 million cash if you leave the streets. Lil Baby said, bro, I got $1 million cash now. I'm not leaving the streets. He's like, for me though, leave. He gave him $1 million. Lil Baby left the streets, became a rapper. Look what he became.
Yeah.
Challenge. All we doing is challenge a religion to step up and be the best version of itself. That we just challenge it to be the best version of itself. We don't mind that y'all believe in it. We just doing the auditing that y'all not doing. We just going through the paperwork that y'all not willing to do. I guess that's why you call professional auditors. We're doing it. And we're just saying, hey, man, few accounts open, couple numbers here. We need to clean this up. All right. Call me. We're here to do that. We're the checks and balances since y'all don't want to be it.
Yeah.
Y'all work for the company. Y'all ain't gonna do it.
We don't even take it serious. Like, it's like we don't take it seriously. We don't read it. Do we embrace the roles of marriage when it comes to religion? Do we embrace the roles when it comes to gender roles? When it comes to that, like we don't embrace any of this stuff. We don't embrace anything about the religion, but yet we'll defend it by all means. You don't embrace anything in it.
Out here slanging it.
You don't embrace anything in it.
But nobody know that. That's why they think they can hide behind it.
It's all good because I'm realizing I'm glad we had this conversation because as many people as it turns off, I'm seeing a lot of new people comment. I'm seeing a lot of new people in the chat and I'm going to go back and make sure that I look at the comments because I think today is definitely a lot of new people who I wasn't even thinking were tapping in. I don't even know if you saw Andrew earlier. Remember Andrew?
Yeah. He was expressing his feeling about the church.
There's a lot of people that feel this way, bro. And there's a lot of people that have questions. And maybe this goes back to what we were talking about earlier, where you have to be very clear in what you're going up against. And then speak up for the people that may not or may just be not at that stage. I'm not going to say they don't have the courage to speak up or whatever, but they may not be at that stage of where they're comfortable speaking out the way that you're speaking out on.
That's true. That's true.
So a lot of these people, we may turn off some people. That's cool. That's cool. If we turn you off by asking questions If you're just gonna, have like the kind of response where it's like, I'll pray for you and kind of be dismissive, that's cool, bro. We're gonna build our team regardless, bro. And to be honest, you'll probably still be here because regardless of all that stuff that you talk, regardless of all that stuff that Jesus and all that other stuff, y'all know us in real life. Y'all know us in real life, and y'all wouldn't be here if y'all didn't know who we were, who our souls were, who we were as individuals. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So,
yeah. Well,
let's do some breath work, bro.
Yeah. Let's get
shout out to Big Bro Steve for giving us the box breathing style, this method. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a 4-second inhale, which we're intentionally focusing on the inhale and positive energy. And time out. This is the most, I usually say this is the most important part of the show. I don't think that today, but it's still important. And if you are getting ready to leave, just make sure you give us a like on the way out. But so box breathing, 4-second inhale, intentionally inhaling positive energy. We're going to do a 4-second hold. Then we're going to do a 4-second exhale. And then we're going to do another 4-second hold. So on the inhale, we're inhaling positive. On the negative, we're getting rid of all that negative limiting energy that we may have in us. So if you're in a safe place, feel free to close your eyes. I'm going to close mine, and we'll begin with a 4-second inhale. Ready, begin. Hold. Release. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Release. Hold. Inhale positive. Hold. Release the negative. Hold. And we're getting ready. Keep holding. We're getting ready to do our last cycle. So be very intentional from the inhale to the exhale. Inhale, positive energy. Ready, begin. Hold. Exhale the remaining bit of that negative energy. Get it out. Hold. All right. Y'all know what we come here to do. Maybe y'all don't know what we come here to do. It is to elevate on purpose, but the energy is we're fighting mediocrity. We're fighting fear-based mediocrity. That's the energy that we're on. So yes, you're going to be uncomfortable. Yes, you're going to be challenged. Yes, some of the things that you believe in, love, all of those things are going to be challenged because when it comes to us, nothing is off the table. Something may be off the table for you. That's cool. That's you. Nothing is off the table when it comes to looking to achieve this greater peace, getting people out of this mindset of fear-based mediocrity and getting us to understand that all that God energy that we worship, that we love and we appreciate, it's in us if we just decide to turn the light on and charge the battery. Strength and honor, onward and upward. Figure out what you want to focus on. Figure out the impact that you want to make on this world. Figure out a plan to accomplish it. Understand that it's going to be ups and downs, challenges along the way that confront us. And it doesn't matter. We still got to push through. We still have to win. We still have to deliver on getting us to a better place, because if we don't, then the next generation is going to have to suffer from all the BS that we didn't address ourselves. So the things that I focus on, that I like to say, what's in your bag, the things that are in my bag: peace, love, happiness, health, wealth, and in everything we do, integrity. And I'm going to leave it at that for this time. Yeah, the balance. Yeah, integrity. We'll leave it there. Glad you.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was good. Great convo today. Definitely saw a new couple faces in the chat. Definitely some people that spoke in and got into the convo, got it moving. So like we said, the goal is to ultimately keep sharpening all of our tools and sharpening our mindset, challenging our beliefs and refusing to take anything that's being given to us. We want the truth at the end of the day. And I think that's very important so that we can at one point become a vessel and provide the truth to others behind us. And I think we owe that. If being on the planet for 70, 80, 90, 100 years, the least you could have is the fucking truth at the end of this fucking motherfucker. You know what I mean? So we gonna fight tooth and nail to make sure we obtain the truth, and then we give it to the people that are gonna need it, which is gonna be the younger generation. So that's gonna be an everlasting battle. We're challenging status quo, or we'll challenge everybody to lean into their full potential and be the greatest that they can ever been. And maybe that's something that's never been required of them. Maybe, like you said, maybe somebody gave up when we were talking about the conversation of classes. Some people gave up on being the best at 15. Some people gave up being the best in high school. Some people gave up the best at work. There are a lot of places where mediocrity, like you say, is it's okay. Mediocrity will get you a check. Mediocrity will get you some kids. Mediocrity will have you in the church. Mediocrity will have you at every table possible when it comes to what society requires. But we're not looking to just be at these tables. We're looking to create tables, create opportunities, and continue to show and motivate and encourage and enlighten the ones behind us. And that's the baton that I want to leave behind. I want somebody to take it even further, whether they black, white, what gender, what belief, what religion. I don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to leave a baton for somebody to grab and take it even further, like the people that did it before us. So I think we owe it to the people in the past to do this. I think we owe the people that died for religion to challenge it to this day. You know, they died in order for us to be able to ask these questions. Because at one point in time, when we asked these questions, if you asked these questions, you'd be killed. So now I'm in a space where y'all think I'm gonna shut up. Nigga, that's what they was telling niggas back in the day to do. Just shut up. Don't question nothing. Now I got an opportunity to talk. Y'all tell me to shut up. Nah. People fought for this right that y'all claim y'all love so much. What was it? Freedom of speech? Okay, let's have that talk then. So that's what we're gonna keep pushing. That's the right. A lot of our ancestors died for that. A lot of white folks fought for that as well. A lot of religious people fought for that as well. And it's only right that we utilize what so many people in the past made sacrifices for. So we're not gonna stop talking. It don't matter what's going on. We're gonna stand on all the type of business just like they did before, and like the people that inspired us. And then our goal is to truly be able to leave back a better version of this planet and Earth than before. And religion, you up next.
I think my bro put it as well as he could, or as well as I could at least. Yeah. I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel inspired.
Yeah.
I feel godly, you heard? I feel godly.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. I guess we'll see y'all tomorrow. 8 a.m. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know what it is.
Peace.